Hey everybody, this is Eric with Phone Scoop, and we're looking at the Samsung Galaxy S4, the newest Galaxy class device from our friends over in Korea. The overall design of the phone is very similar to that of the GS3, but it is a bit narrower and it is a bit thinner. It measures 7.9 millimeters thick, which makes it a very thin phone. It's light, very lightweight. It has an excellent feel in the hand. It's really nice to have a narrower device, and you can see the screen goes almost edge to edge. The screen, by the way, measures 5 inches across the diagonal, has 1920 by 1080 pixels, giving it a pixel density of 441 pixels per inch, and it is a Super AMOLED active matrix organic light emitting diode. The device has a polycarbonate band that runs along the outside. Looks like metal. It is finished with a brushed metal look, but Samsung assures us that it is in fact polycarbonate. And you can see the plastic finish on the back is very similar to that of the GS3 or the Note 2, both released last year. The overall feel in the hand, though, is quite good, and the quality of the hardware is a significant step up, in my opinion, from the GS3. But the hardware is hardly the story with this device. The big story, of course, is the software, which Samsung has gone to great lengths to customize. There are many features that we simply don't have the time to go over in depth here on video, but some of the most interesting ones are dual camera recording and dual video recording. So if, for example, we hit the camera, you can take video and or still images from both the front and rear cameras at the same time, creating a picture-in-picture effect, which is neat. Speaking of the camera, of course, the main camera here is 13 megapixels and shoots 1080p HD video. The front camera is a 2 megapixel camera and also shoots HD video at 720p. The device is powered by 2 different sets of processors that will vary by region. In the US, it will most likely use Qualcomm Snapdragon processors, and in other markets around the world, it will use Samsung's Exynos 5 8-core processor. Of course, it will support LTE bands around the world, and according to Samsung, it will be a global LTE capable roaming device, which is quite interesting. One of the really neat features of the GS4 is something called air gesture. So you can, by running your hand across, see if you can get it to work there, you can see that it's going up and down, and we were able to get it to change to a different tab. Not working perfectly here in this demo, but you get the idea. There you see we were able to switch tabs by just passing our hand over the phone. This same gesture can be used to do things like answer the phone if the phone rings, or reject calls. Of course, another neat gesture that's used with the fingers is called air hover, which was originally seen on something like the Note 2. But for example, we're looking at some SMS messages here. If I hover my finger, you could see a preview of that SMS pop up. So that way I can view the contents of a message without necessarily opening the message itself. So it's just a quick way to help you view messages, and that same feature works in the email application as well. One of the features you might notice here on the screen, it says goal, 6337 steps, and it says that we've taken 0. Samsung has built in some health features to the Galaxy S4 called S Health. One of them is this pedometer, which ties into some apps for exercising and maintaining health and activity. It also has similar tools for helping maintain diet and monitoring heart rate, and it comes with accessories such as a heart rate monitor, a scale, and other things to help measure health of the user. You can see it has a Samsung Hub. Samsung Hub, of course, will be an important factor of the device to let people access their music, video, books, and games. And it will be a storefront as well to allow them to download those things. You can see a news feed here. Flipboard has been is being offered with the Galaxy S4. And S Travel, you can see as a separate app, recommendations, and of course we get back to the home screen, and we've got weather. Checking into the menu looks pretty much the same as it does on previous generations of device, and Samsung has told us that this will ship with Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. There's been a little bit of a redesign of the way the menu system works. See how you have this bar up here? They're not all visible, but if you want to, you can hit this button way up here, and you get a drop-down menu that shows you all those little toggles for switching various functions on and off. For example, Bluetooth, NFC, all those things. Just to wrap up our video of the Samsung Galaxy S4, Samsung did tell us that the device will be available during the second quarter of the year. Didn't say when during the second quarter, just sometime before July 1st. It'll be available on all the major carriers in the US, including AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile USA, Verizon Wireless, in addition to US Cellular and Cricket Wireless. It will support the LTE 4G networks of most of those carriers. And price points were not given, but it has 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes of internal storage, as well as support for micro SD cards up to 64 gigabytes, and it has 2 gigabytes of RAM to go along with the processor. So there it is. There's our quick look at the Samsung Galaxy S4 coming to a carrier near you.